over here first. Oh, hello.
Welcome back to Access Hollywood Live, back with the host of Amazon Style Code Live, Rachel Smith. All right, let's get back to some Grammy fashion. Let's talk first about some of the wildest looks that we saw on the carpet, starting with CeeLo.
Right, you've got to have a few wild moments just to be able to say, oh, the other ones were not misses entirely, you know? So I don't even know what's going on here. It's his alter ego. He looks like a mini statuette or Ferrero Rocher. Isn't that what we've said?
Yes.
The little chocolate.
Bless. Just too much, CeeLo. Too much.
I know, but it's so him and funny. Like,
He's
I
a
just
Grammy.
think that's
He is
outstanding.
a Grammy of sorts,
He
yes.
wins my best dressed.
Okay.
Best
What
dress.
about Joy Vila?
Yes,
Did you see
let's
this
take
look?
a look, guys, because it is another most outrageous moment. And, you know, these are looks that people, you know, they don't necessarily know who some of these artists
Trump
are.
lady,
Yes,
right?
the Trump
She's wearing,
lady.
Wearing
so you can see, there
Make
she is.
America Great Again.
Yes, you got there you go again. You got CeeLo, you've got Joy there, you've got Girl Crush that's in the bouncy house looking skirt. See that? Bless. And then you've got
And then Jacqueline Van Burke.
Yes, Jacqueline Van Burke.
I don't even know.
I know. So these are kind of cases where you're not really sure who some of these people are.
But yet everybody's talking about them.
It's the Grammys.
So there you go.
You got to have some outrageous.
All right, let's talk
moments.
Katy Perry wearing Tom
Katy
Ford.
Perry, you know what? Her beauty was so on point. I was loving the cool new blonde hair. The makeup was great. Bust up, perfection. Then it just got a little ill-fitting as you scan down the rest of the dress, and you're kind of like, girl, what's going on here?
It looks like two pieces.
It does. So it's a little confusing, kind of a miss for Miss Perry. She usually does things like, I love her outrageous moments. We usually have something that's unexpected from her, and this was like kind of her being a little more
look
glamorous.
right here. So I didn't know this. Is this true that she's really a blonde? She's a natural blonde.
Say it ain't
This
so.
is her hair color, I've
Really?
been told.
Well, I don't know if it's that blonde.
Natural, come on, kid.
She was...
There is nothing natural about that blonde.
If the feathers had come up a little bit higher on the waist, perhaps that would have. No
I don't
feathers.
Think so.
No.
I think the feathers should have just been canned.
All right, next we have Paris Jackson making her debut at the Grammys.
She is a stunning young lady. She has just evolved into this gorgeous gal. There she is on the red carpet in a Balmain jumpsuit, and this jumpsuit is something that this little one-piece wonder, so on trend. Balmain is someone who has designed they designed multiple young artists that evening. She nailed it. And
Look
it's
at her
kind of
eyes.
like, you got to walk that fine line of, you don't want to be too trendy, you don't want to be too over the top or outrageous, especially whenever it's like your debut moment at the Grammys.
And the stripe thing seems to be in the Golden Globes. We saw a lot of the stripes,
and that's
too.
something that is going to elongate the body because it's a vertical line.
I love that. And again, her eyes are the only accessories you need.
So
I know, right? The hair I could have done with it being like a little more clean and back, you know.
But was that kind of
sleek.
the cool thing?
Girl was rocking that, that kind of
fun,
edgy
artsy
look. Yes.
Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen, that number that she wore by Roberto Cavalli, a little too bondage and edgy for me. We see Chrissy rocking all sorts of things on the carpet, but that just kind of says 50 Shades of something. I don't know. There's just a lot going on with it, but
and
she's
then we've
still a
got
gorgeous gal.
Demi Lovato on the other side.
You know, girl was rocking the Cher hair later in the evening.
I love that look on her.
Yes.
She should do
She should have worn that for the carpet, because this just overpowers her tiny little body. She's giving us the long sleeves, the plunging neckline. But, ooh, I wish we would have had that sleek Cher hair and that jumpsuit on the
heard
carpet.
that Nick Jonas was saying, look, you're wearing too much boxy stuff, right? Like
he allegedly told her to sex it up a bit on the red carpet.
Well, she sure
took
did.
notes. Yes, she gave us the va-va-voom for sure.
Were there any other ones? We're not going to give the best dressed yet, but any other that stood out for you that you really loved?
Stood out, I would say Kelsey Ballerini looked amazing.
loved her, yes.
So good, so ethereal. I think she was probably one of my favorites on the carpet, besides Faith Hill. I just thought, nailed it.
I know, I love that red.
We need our #1 look. All right,
roll,
so who
please.
wins best dressed overall style of the night?
Well, these three just slayed all day. Well, the two ladies in particular got to go to Queen Bee, Miss Beyonce, and little Blue Ivy Carter. That girl stole the show.
She did.
Sitting there in that pink Gucci suit, very much, look, she is taking a nod to Prince, but she looked adorable. So good. The two of them nailed it. Of course, Beyonce had like 3 different costumes, 2 for her performance, 1 for the carpet or for watching the rest of the award show, all by Peter Dundas. And they took art and they took Art Deco and they took her lyrics to just really get inspiration for these 3 looks. And then that Jessica Rabbit red sequin number.
Yes.
With the diamond necklace.
Yes, and that little bump as an accessory.
So it's a family award
It is.
for best
Knowles and
dress.
Carter's nailed it.
That's our
Well
first
done.
time on this show for a family award for best dress.
Rachel Smith,
well
you nailed
done,
it.
Rachel
Thank
Smith.
you. More Grammys on Access tonight.